Now, if all bad karma phalas are grouped and given in one go, we just cannot stand. Really speaking, if you look back, all of them are heaped on one of us. We cannot stay it. So the great Lord is so compassionate. He mixes many things, some good, some bad. So we carry on with that. But suddenly, some very good things happen to us without our asking nor seeking. I got so many awards without my asking for it. When I sought something, this is a very important job, I will break the world, I will become a world hero, I failed. Actually, I failed more number of times than I succeeded. But the point is, I got some from unexpected things, suddenly very good things happen to me. I also see around us, some very bad fellows go on getting good things happening to them. Oh, how it is happening? So this is the reason. The cycle time for accounting is different. It is not one-to-one just now. Now further on that, the good effort to strive to do good, though apparently is blocked currently from delivering the results, this effort is not going to waste. Please remember, whatever good effort, whatever good thinking you are doing, don't try to copy some bad fellow thinking that whatever good I do today is going to be waste. And it always adds to the good karma. Now, one important thing is the free will is still available for us to do the karma, either good or bad. You can manufacture good or bad for the future. But the result, where the free will, in the case of controlling the result today, it doesn't apply to you. Now this has been told by so many times, so many ways that poem everybody knows by heart, I think. Whenever I work very hard, I expect minister to praise me, but minister may not praise me. But you don't allow that result to dictate your further actions. Please remember that. So the results will always have some short-term cycles also. You work hard, you train well for physical running well, you can improve your running. There are certain immediate results. Similarly, you do get some good results, but fate is what one creates himself. Please remember that. So Krishna is very clear. This is what we learnt in our as young people. Now the school children who come out, some schools are now trying to introduce Bhagavad Gita as a part of our curriculum in this country. I think it is high time. It has nothing to do with religion. So having said this, now I will skip some of these things. One thing you should remember, always try to remember there's only one force which drives all of us. There is nothing else beyond it. And so long as you stick to doing good to other people and try to be truthful to yourself, you can achieve whatever you want to do. Now, I again emphasize on learning. Now, I will go to that noble path finally, what we have to arrive at. That is again yoga and meditation. I will tell you, I am not talking just for the sake of talking. I have been very badly affected by Fukushima tragedy. When I was going to Paris, this is the latest I just want to share with you. I've gone into the cycles of seeking a solution for this problem. How do we get over it? Transportation is a 3 years research in the United States. The gravity power transportation is simple Newton power law based. That also I realized only by deep thinking to within yourself. It is not from any textbook. And 15 patents or whatever I got, each one of them came out of anguish. Do you know the pain and crying that you have to do within yourself to get one solution out is really terrible. Anti-collision device is one. When 300 people died on the tracks, I produced it in 3 months. Without knowing what I am going to do, I promised Chairman Railway Board and produced it 3 months, and we proved it also. The point is, you have to struggle. There is no magic. There is no magic in the world. When someone says that I achieved something, they are not achieved just doing nothing. So they are not getting what they achieved out of very, very hard work. Now, a noble path of any Purnapramati, this kind of integrated learning is you should have that cleanliness of mind, and you should purify yourself, and you should really struggle for doing good for people. So finally I have gotten today's solution to generate power itself. Fukushima troubled me so much. On the flight from Washington to Paris, I got the solution. And since in a flight you have to sit doing nothing much, I went into kind of my own internal you call it as meditation, yoga, whatever you call. It's not typically Shwasha control. It is just concentration. Now, I got a solution, and I did file fresh US patents for generating power from the sea waves all over the world through floating modules. Now, I filed for patents, and I called for bids, and if I am lucky, 2012 we will see the first gravity powerhouse in the country, which will produce only at 1.6 rupees per unit, and it will revolutionize the entire thing. You don't require any more nuclear power after this success of this. India will have 100 gigawatts of power. Now, again, not claps. I am not very happy, please, because this is not my work. You see, please understand, I am not a great guy to get such flashes of ideas for myself. It is, if planet requires a help, if you are lucky enough to become a medium for the planet, that is a great blessing of elders. Now the point is, will I be able to deliver? I will come to know before 31st January, because I tapped almost all the power companies in the world, in the country. This is only for my country, but fortunately US government has already agreed. They have given 19 agencies. They will fund me there. For me, in developing US is not a problem. But I wanted India to do it because the principle of gravity powerhouse is actually Sesha. When entire destruction of all these planets take place and every Vishwam takes place, there is only emptiness in the sky, the Sesha, and that somehow my own feeling is, I mean, I'm not saying I'm right, my own feeling is that is the gravity. The gravity's beauty is it's like a god. It only attracts. It's a fourth fundamental force, which Hawking also is not able to explain what it is, and we do not know actually what is graviton. Is only a hypothetical process, but gravity is always attractive. There is no repulsion. But gravity is the one single force which is holding all the galactic systems in balance. It's a beautiful. You go more into depth of gravity, it is amazing. And simple thing like a pendulum is the one which inspired me, the gravity power towers. Now, this kind of combination of physical facts with our ancient knowledge and cleans yourself to become one what Bhagavad Gita chapter 13 verse 8 gives. This is actually the one which actually summarizes what you must be, where you should go, how you should be, what your child should be. You see, there is no point in taking birth as parents to make your child one MBA fellow, send him to New York to cheat about 1 million fellows, make $1 million for himself, and end up again in a jail there. I mean, what is the point? You make so many millions, then what next? When Skybus went to Saudi Arabia, Medina, where no Hindu is allowed, they wanted to have Skybus. They wanted me to send a man from Islam. I said, I don't have any Islamic engineers. I can only send my Hindu engineer, Srinivas. If you want Skybus, you take it. Otherwise, forget it. Do you know that in the history of Islam, it is my man Srinivas with 2 Hindu engineers who was taken specially into Medina, and they did survey for Skybus in Medina under military escort. They hid him and they are the only people who have seen the Medina and brought back the photographs. Whereas when this incident was reported in Times of India, the local Muslim big leader came to my, because he doesn't get entry into that because their sects are different. He came to see me as MD. I said, how did you manage to send the Srinivas? Did you smuggle him? I said, can I smuggle somebody in Medina like that? I am sitting in this chair here. The power of idea, the power of sitting in just a chair, the power of thinking and power of willing that this fellow, if you want, this fellow will go. In every Arab country, when I make presentations, the first picture which comes is Balaji, Venkateshwara. Iraq I made, Damascus, everywhere. They actually told me that you will be arrested, they will do something. I said, let me see what happens. Nothing happened. In fact, they became friends. You see, the fear, the first thing which you have to conquer is fear in you. Actually, you actually lose because you first lose.
Sir, I would request you Can you conclude it?
Oh, I'm finishing.
Please. Oh, please.
This is conclusion
Please,
mark.
please.
So, I get carried away. Thanks for very much indeed. As I always tell, I don't prepare properly, and when I see an audience, I get excited. Excuse me, sir. I'll just finish. So, I think I almost summarized without going through the presentation. It's already anyway end of the slide. Thank you. Hare Krishna.